Hello everyone, my name is Elsie and welcome back to Crystal's Dreamlight Valley. We are here in the Storybook Vale today and I have dressed up for a Dream Snaps for once. I did the Bibbidi Bobbidi You Dream Snaps and here is my submission. It was all about the fairy godmother turns you into a princess for the ball. So, just a little something something. I got these cute wings from the premium shop, so thought that would be cute and fun. But today we are going to finish up Olaf's A Hoot and a Half quest, and then we are going to go and see Merida for her next quest, since we cannot do Flynn's next quest until we unlock Mythopia. And I don't want to do that quite yet, but I am rather tempted. And yes, I am trying out a new mic today. It is from the thrift store, so it's probably still not great, but hoping that it is better than the headset. But we are going to see if we've got any interesting mail, and then go check in with Olaf. Let's see. Sally says, "It's been so long. Dear Crystal, thank you again. You helped reunite me with Jack and helped us recall all we are to each other. I'll always remember your kindness. Your friend, Sally." Oh, thank you so much. And yep, it looks like all the rest of that is stuff that I don't really care about. So, Mr. Olaf, I took some pictures of owls and things. What do you think? Hey, Olaf, there's something we need to talk about. Ooh, are we about to have a difficult and grown-up conversation about a serious topic? I'm so excited. I will endeavor to display the utmost maturity. Proceed. You've been spending a lot of time talking to the lore keeper. She's tired and she needs some rest. Oh, I had noticed that her fun facts are getting less fun and less frequent each time we speak. Maybe I should take up a new hobby for when she's too tired to talk. But what sort of hobby could it be? How about owls? The owls in the binder are so fascinating. I don't know much about them, but ignorance is the first step on the journey to knowledge. Birdwatching could be an excellent source of new facts and information. Maybe I could find you a book on owls? Oh, I would love that, but I also want to watch the cute little feathery owls up close. Maybe I should try feeding one. Let me handle that. Your nose might look like a delicious treat to an owl. You're right, Crystal. Maybe you can feed the owls in the bind while I go consult an owl expert. An expert, huh? I wonder who that could be. Merlin, perhaps? He's always turning into different animals and things. But it looks like Olaf already has something else. Crystal, you saw the owls up close? I'm assuming the precursor is probably like feed an owl or something along those lines, so I guess we've already done that. I did. How did your research go? Well, I talked to Merlin, and he told me several fascinating facts. Owls have feathers that let them fly almost silently, and their eyes aren't like human eyes, which are spheres. Owl eyes are cone-shaped. Oh, and a group of owls is called a parliament. Really? I never knew that. That is very fascinating. The Lord Keeper told me a parliament is a group that sits around all day making decisions, so I thought maybe we could make something for owls to gather around. Oh, okay. Sure, decorate the bind with Autumn Mage Scarecrow. If you don't have one, search the bind for ingredients and visit a crafting station. Okay, Autumn Mage Scarecrow. Here it is. I don't know why it didn't go up to the top. Looks like we need trumpet snails, petrified wood, soil, pine cones, and a hat hermit crab. Awesome. It is so adorable. I wonder how big it will be. And where would we like to have it? I guess just around where we usually put our farm will be good. Oops, that is the wrong button. I wanted this one. He is very, very cute. Oh. Alright, let's see what Olaf thinks of our new scarecrow. Crystal, the bind is now perfect for observing and befriending owls. Maybe the next time I visit the lore keeper, I can share some of the fun facts I learned about them with her. And I can't wait to observe more of the animals around Storybook Vale. Did you know the owls here have a favorite treat? Well, they do, and I asked Remy to get some for me. They love grains like barley. Here you go, Crystal, to share with all the owls in the Vale. Oh, isn't that sweet? I don't know why we didn't get that to start with. I guess I was just unobservant and did not get his paper when we were exploring the library at first, but very glad to have that, some more storybook magic and all that fun jazz. So let's go and see what Merida has going on for us. I think she's right over here. She's talking to Flynn. It's Merida, and what do you need? I was wondering if you could show me that neat trick you do. You know, the shooting the fish with the arrows. Do you want me to catch dinner for you, Flynn? That'd be great. Good to see all of the villagers getting along. You're doing well, aren't you? Okay, so her next quest is called Archery and Archrivals. Ugh, that good-for-nothing bragging thunderhead! I've had just about enough of him. Whoa, who are you talking about? Who do you think? There might be a couple of good-for-nothing bragging dunderheads around here, but today Flynn Rider's the worst of them. Flynn's got a good heart underneath it all. I know, but he's buried it pretty deep. I was minding my own, practicing in the woods with my bow when Flynn came along and just had to give me a few pointers. I didn't know Flynn was an archer. Crystal, you've missed the whole point. When I told him thank you, but I don't need your advice, he even had the nerve to say I was holding my bow wrong. I'm the best archer in Dunbrook. I know how to hold my bow. He reminds me of one of the lads who tried to shoot for my hand in marriage, all bluster and no skill. I don't suppose you could talk to Flynn and get through that thick head of his that when it comes to archery, I don't need his pointers. I wonder what he has to say about this. Oh, hey, Crystal, just who I was hoping to see. I was wondering if maybe you could help me smooth something over with someone. I was trying to be helpful, share some of the skills I've learned along the way, but Merida, well, let's just say that's not how she saw it. Maybe you shouldn't have assumed and she could have handled it better? You don't know the half of it. She found my collection of wanted posters and tacked them up all around my house. She knows how much it bothers me that none of them get my nose right. Now I have to see them all every time I leave my house. I hate all of these options. Oh no. Merida would never? Oh, she would. Go take a look for yourself. If you see any of those posters around my house, could you help me take them down? And hey, if you see Merida again, tell her I'm sorry. I never meant to offend her. And next time, I'll keep my advice to myself. Sounds fair enough to me, so let's go check out the posters around his house. I wonder if it could have been somebody else, perhaps? A little trickster? Or, since Merida's brothers are quite the tricksters themselves, it would not surprise me if she herself had a bit of a trickster in her. Got two around the back, which this one here, oh, it's right outside the window. That's really funny every time he looks out the window. Okay, one more. Here we go, behind the cart and the tree over here. So, who are we going to check in with next? Bring Flynn's wanted posters to Merida. Yes, we must confront her and see if she is in fact the culprit. What do you make of these posters, Missy? Merida, Flynn tells me that you stuck some posters up around his house. Do these look familiar to you? Oh, definitely. That's Flynn, all right. They really captured his nose, don't you think? That's not very nice, Merida. He ought to be happy I didn't use them for target practice. What sort of person leaves a collection of his own wanted posters just lying about anyway? I bet he takes them out and just looks at himself every day. Well, has he learned his lesson yet? I think so. Good. Then, as long as he leaves me alone, I'll leave him alone. It would be best if we could all get along. You and Flynn aren't so different. I'll bet you would be really good friends if you just got to know one another. We don't all have to be friends around here, but if you really insist, back home the clans would get together and talk about their disputes over a grand feast. Great idea. I'll whip something up for you. You invite Flynn, and I'll bring a meal from right here in the bind for you. Alright, looks like she gave us a recipe for some persimmon sour fondue. Interesting. I wonder what that entails. Alright, we need a persimmon and a sour berry, it looks like. Alright, easy enough. So I will make those and then see if this helps them talk through their little squabble. Okay, looks like they want to meet inside of her cottage. I have not been inside of here yet, actually. I'm excited to see what it looks like. Oh, cute. Okay, now we gotta listen. I don't get what the big deal is. First, you tried to tell me how to shoot my bow. Now you're trying to tell me how to decorate my arrows? All I said was that your arrows would look great with a huge red feather on the end. Red hair, red feather. It's fantastic branding. Don't make me tack up more wanted posters, and this time I'll draw them myself, and I'm no good at drawing. Look, I'm sorry. Sometimes I forget that not everyone agrees with me. Most people I feed find me dashing, and if they don't, I give them the smolder, and you never stop talking about yourself, I know. Oh my goodness, these two are not having it with each other. What is going on here, girl? Did you see that? That numpty couldn't even get 2 minutes without telling me what to do. There has to be some way for you two to get along. If there's only a way you both could get out all this aggression towards one another. Flynn's not going to learn his lesson unless I prove to him that I don't need his help. Say, now there's an idea. When the clans really can't resolve things, they have a sporting competition. I was planning to hold a friendly archery contest to show some villagers how to shoot. But maybe you could convince Flynn to join, and we can make it not so friendly. An archery competition between you and Flynn? That's a great idea. Flynn will finally see who's the best archer here. I already made some signs to post for the event. Think you could put them up around the Vale for me? That braggart Flynn won't be able to resist the chance to show off. I'll get on that. I guess you could probably use some archery targets too. That would be grand. If you need me, I'll be practicing for the competition. I really love her cottage. This is super cool, and the nod to the big table from the movie is awesome. So yes, we're just going to put up these posters and then see how this archery contest goes down. Alright, thankfully we have everything we need to make the archery targets as well, though it is going to use up quite a bit of our yellow flowers, so I'll have to go around and pick some more of those up as I'm wandering around. But let's see what Merida thinks of these targets. Thank you for doing that, Crystal. I've been practicing all sorts of shots. Running, diving, quickfire, you name it, I'm ready. Flynn's already bragging about the trick shot that he's going to show off. Unfortunately, nobody else has signed up. I fear they all want to keep out of our way. Now, we just need to find a place to hold the competition. How about the fairy tale trial in the Wild Woods? There's a lot of room down there and no risk of breaking anything. That's brilliant! And when I win, I'll be beating Flynn on his own ground. I'll meet you down there, Crystal. Interesting. They want to do it down inside of the trial. Okay, fair enough. It's going to be an indoor tournament. We used to have an archery range indoor in my local town here. I never went, though. But we did do archery in gym one year. And my gym teacher said I had a cute stance. Which, yeah, that was something. But no, he was all nice and good and everything, and yeah, I wasn't awful, but I wasn't great at it either. We've got quite the crowd. Goofy and Scrooge and Merlin have come to watch. Oh, the targets are in real darkness, too. My goodness. Crystal, you're here! Are you ready to watch me take Flynn down a notch or two? Show him how it's done. You could use a few notches down on his ego. Don't worry, Flynn's about to learn what happens when you mess with the firstborn descendant of Clan Dunbrook. But, just to show how fair I am, Flynn can have the honor of shooting first. Go on, get him started. I'm starting to think Merida underestimates me, Crystal. I'm happy to show her what superior marksmanship is. Ha! Not likely. Go ahead, laugh all you like. Come on, Crystal, let's do this. On the count of 3, get ready to loose your arrow. 3, 2, 1... Fire! Here goes! Haha! Did you see that? I'm only a hair away from the bullseye. Merida's gotta admit that's pretty impressive. Aye, it is, but I promise it's nowhere near good enough. We'll see. I only wish there was some way to commemorate this. There is. Go stand next to the target and I'll get a photo. Awesome. There we go. Perfect. Love it. Okay, saving that. And then Merida immediately comes and photobombs. Oh my god, that is so funny. You see that? That is a Flynn Rider specialty right there. No way Merida can get closer than that. Don't be so sure. Merida's good, I just happen to be better. But go ahead and ask her. He bragged about that scaffy shot, didn't he? Well, I almost feel sorry for him. Time to put him out of his misery. Misery? Ha! More like victory. Time to put him out of his victory? That makes about as much sense as anything else that numpty says. You're sure you've got this? I've made far more difficult shots than this, trust me. You ready? On the count of 3. 3, 2, 1, Fire! Here goes! Huh? What? I missed the bullseye by a mile! Guess you're not as good a shot as you thought. There's no way! Everything was lined up perfectly! I could make that shot in my sleep! Could it be my bow? Or maybe the arrows? Something isn't right here. I'll go investigate. Is there some tomfoolery happening? Some shenanigans, perhaps? Investigate the targets. Did it move when she shot, perhaps? Oh, a magnet! Show Flynn's magnet to Flynn. Oh, sir. You and your roguish tendencies, I swear. You found a magnet behind the target. That's strange. I definitely didn't sneak down here to place that before the competition started. Flynn, come on, that's a dirty trick. Fine, you're right. Maybe I asked around for a way that I could throw off her shot. But Merida got me first with those wanted posters. I was just returning the favor. Classic Flynn. Exactly. I guess this means I'm disqualified from the competition, huh? That's too bad. I was just about to pull off the amazing 1 in a million Flynn Rider trick shot. And what's that? It's a little move where I throw 3 apples into the air, then shoot an arrow from behind my back and spear all 3 before curving my arrow directly into the bullseye. It's too bad you and Merida will never get to see it. Tragic, really. Better go tell her she won. That would be quite a sight to see. I would absolutely love to see that sometime, Flynn. Okay, sir. You gonna show me that trick shot? That's what I thought. Flynn cheated, didn't he? I knew it! Congratulations, you're the winner by default. That means Flynn really won, don't you see? Now he can pretend he would have won if he weren't disqualified. He did say something about pulling off Flynn Rider trick shot. It was obviously made up, though. Oh, made up, was it? What kind of shot was it? Well, he said it involved tossing 3 apples into the air, and then firing an arrow behind his back, spearing the fruit on it, curving the shots on the bullseye. No way that the braggart could pull off a shot like that. I don't even think I could pull that off. Only one way to find out. You're right. I at least have to try. We'll just have to go get some apples. Did I actually make it? I did! Woohoo, I did it! You have to go show Flynn. That ought to show him who does and doesn't need archery advice. So she actually just pulled off that trick shot. Good job, girlie. Good job. Ah, yes, look at that. She's got 3 apples. Right in the bullseye. Wow. What do you make of this, sir? Can you top it? It's impossible. Nobody can do that. Not even me. I barely believed my own eyes. Me neither, but there's no denying it. Merida's the better archer. Much better. The truth is, after that curse and playing Maleficent's lackey for a while, I think I just needed a win. But that trick was wrong. I owe Merida an apology.
I'll see you soon.
So, that was a pretty amazing trick shot you made. There's no denying it. You're the better archer. I ought to be taking archery tips from you, not the other way around. Thank you, and I admit I shouldn't have taken it so much to heart. The truth is, if you hadn't made me so mad, I might never have even tried that shot. Guess we both learned something about ourselves. And that, indeed, is the moral of the story. You know, for a thunder-headed numpty, Flynn's not so bad. He's pretty charming when he wants to be. I never would have tried that trick shot if I weren't so mad at him. I need folks like that, who help me to push myself be the best that I can be. Friends like you. Thank you, Crystal. You are so very welcome, Merida. So happy that we could get these two on the same page, or at least in the same book. And I think that will wrap up our episode here today. And next time we will, let's see, what does Merida need for her next quest? We need Hades for hers and Flynn's quests. Okay, so looks like we might be going and unlocking Mythopia next time. We shall see. Otherwise, I might go and do some Tiana quests, or Mulan, or Mushu. But I am really feeling the storybook fail. So I think we will go and explore that next time. And If you want to join in the hobby ever after, be sure to subscribe, and we will see you very soon. All right, bye-bye.